This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of WDWNT.com. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell to make sure you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for September 27th, 2023. First of all, a couple quick notes. Number one, we've mentioned that we are having an auction this Sunday, just like Universal and Disney. We're cleaning out our cabinets. So there will be an auction Sunday right here in this channel live at 7 p.m. That's October 1st, 7 p.m. Also, the auction site is currently live. So if you're interested in looking at or even starting to bid on some of those auctions, there are about 182 auctions lots available, I guess you could say. You can go to auction.wdwnt.com. Another quick note, we did launch our first WDW News Today podcast in a very, very long time yesterday morning. That's here on this channel. But a little note, moving forward after this week, if you listen to this show on the podcast, we will no longer be putting this into the podcast feed manually. Only the podcast will go in there as it's intended to be long form content. This is really intended to be a YouTube show. So just a quick note that if you are looking for this on the podcast, it is going to be YouTube exclusive moving forward after this week. And the WDW News Today podcast will be in your favorite podcast feed. Well, during a meeting on Wednesday, September 27th, that is tonight actually, the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District Board of Supervisors will discuss and likely approve their new employee and retiree benefits stipend policy. This will officially replace the Walt Disney World Annual Pass program and other benefits they were receiving previously. Employees and retirees of the CFTOD have historically received Walt Disney World Annual Passes, as well as passes for family and friends, and sometimes other Disney benefits as well. After receiving a bill from Walt Disney World, the district released a press release in August calling the benefits, quote, a scheme and handouts, vowing to remove them. Later that day, a leaked email from District Administrator Glenn Gilzine Jr. revealed the district had already ended the benefits with no warning. At the next CFTOD board meeting, district firefighters spoke out against the decision, calling it a low blow against them. Martin Garcia, who is the chairman of the board, said canceling the program came down to 3 points. The policy only benefited Walt Disney World. It was inequitable to employees because larger families got more benefits, and the policy may endorse something illegal. That is basically that if Disney did not charge for them, then it would be a case of private company giving gifts to public employees. Under the replacement policy, the board originally announced district employees would receive a one-time annual stipend of $1,000, although Chairman Martin Garcia said that they may evaluate a higher amount. The policy, as outlined in the September 27th meeting minutes, does not list a stipend amount. Some sources indicate it could be increased up to $3,000. The new policy would also expire in 2 years. That would be October 1st, 2025. This new policy will likely be enacted by the time this show airs. The meeting is scheduled for 5:05 p.m. this evening, and like pretty much every other policy this board has passed, it's fairly reasonable to expect unanimous approval with little to no debate. A new Florida resident discount has been announced for Walt Disney World Resort hotel stays in early 2024. The offer gives up to 30% off depending on the dates and selected hotel. Save up to 30% on stays most Sunday through Thursday nights from January 1st through February 22nd of 2024, and most nights February 25th through March 24th, 2024. Save up to 20% on stays most Friday and Saturday nights, January 5th, 2024 through February 24th, 2024. Of course, we have the full details for this. You can just check them all out. There's a chart on WDWNT.com. Walt Disney World has filed a permit for the construction of the 350 new Disney Vacation Club cabins that will be replacing current cabins at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. The permit contracts Disney's in-house Buena Vista construction company and doesn't expire until May 18th of 2025. These new DVC cabins are projected to open in 2024 and will be the 17th DVC resort. They were announced in April of this year, of course, and Disney released the concept art as well at that time. Disney said in an announcement that the proposed cabins would be built with an eye toward the environment, utilizing the footprint of the existing cabins and taking advantage of more energy-efficient features. I guess they're just going to tow the old ones out and tow the new ones in there. This project is part of a larger update to Disney's Fort Wilderness Campground Resort and Campground, which also includes the recent refurbishment of Trails End Restaurant and Crockett's Tavern. 3 new Disney trading pins, a bandana, and a ball cap inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean are now available for purchase in the Magic Kingdom. We found the pins at both Frontier Trading Post and the Emporium, and the bandana and ball cap in Plaza del Sol Caribe Bazaar. First up is the Scrooge McDuck pin. This is Scrooge as a pirate, I guess, Pirate Scrooge McDuck. He's standing on top of treasure, hoarding it, I assume. He's wearing a tricorn hat and holding up a golden goblet in the air. It sells for $11.99. Next up, we have Mickey Mouse as an eye patch wearing pirate. He has a swashbuckling outfit on with matching yellow boots and wields a curved sword, and this one sells for $14.99. Finally, we have my favorite, of course, the famous jail scene with the dog who didn't want the bone, as my family would say. It features the dog with keys in his mouth as 3 pirates attempt to charm him so they can escape. This costs $14.99. We also found a Pirate's Life for Me bandana for $11.99. Has that same Mickey Mouse pirate, as well as a plaid Pirates of the Caribbean distressed ball cap for $29.99. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to beourguestvacations.com/WDWNT and their team will design your next magical vacation. From Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more, they are also able to book unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part is their concierge services are 100% free, so book today. Walt Disney World is offering a water park seasonal pass for winter and spring. The passes will be valid through May 24th of 2024 with no blockout dates. The seasonal pass is priced at $79 for ages 9 and up and $73 for children ages 3 to 9, because I guess $6 less makes all the difference for those kids. As usual, children under 3 do not need a ticket. Given that a standard day ticket is $69 or $63, this means you can add over half a year of water park access for about $10 more. The Walt Disney World website notes that the passes are good for Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach, whichever one is open. This time Typhoon Lagoon is operating, but they will likely switch to Blizzard Beach over the winter. Annual pass holders can still add the water parks and sports option to their passes for $99 to have year-round access to the parks. The 4th Magic Key exclusive Haunted Mansion trading card is now available at Disneyland. The series of cards honors cast members and the Haunted Mansion characters they brought to life. The final card features Eleanor Audley and Madame Leota. Each card in this collection is lenticular, showing one of 2 different images depending on the angle of the card. The border is inspired by the mansion's famous purple wallpaper. This card changes from Eleanor Audley to Madame Leota. Their images are in the center and their names are on the bottom. On the back of the card is information about the cast member and the character. Eleanor Audley voiced Madame Leota, although the character, of course, was portrayed physically by and named after Leota Toombs. Audley also voiced Lady Tremaine, by the way, in Cinderella, and Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty. Racers, start your engines. A new Cars Land Spirit jersey is now available for purchase at Disneyland Resort. We found it, of course, at Disney Clothiers Ltd. on Main Street, USA in Disneyland Park. Why would it be in DCA? Who knows? The Spirit jersey takes many recognizable faces from Cars Land and presents them as though they're all standing under the neon lights of the land. The back of this jersey has the logo for Cars Land printed in white and red puff ink across the back. The front left breast has that same design printed in puff ink, only smaller. It sells for $79.99, and no, you can't get it in Cars Land, at least not yet. Hopefully soon. The final performance of Rogers the Musical took place at Disney California Adventure on August 31st, but new reports indicate it was not a permanent curtain call. Rogers the Musical is rumored to be returning in early 2024. Some may wonder why the popular show is taking a break with no other production slated for the Hyperion Theater at Disney California Adventure, but among the reasons might be that Disneyland Resort is running wildly popular seasonal events right now, Halloween time and the holidays. That leaves really little reason to have another show to draw people into the park, I guess. As it stands right now, while certainly subject to change, Rogers the Musical would take the stage once again in February of 2024. The show debuted as a summer special in 2023, and cast recording album was just recently released on streaming platforms earlier this month. The one-act musical was inspired by the fake Broadway show scene in Hawkeye, if you watch that on Disney+. It tells the story of Steve Rogers, the first Avenger, in his journey to become Captain America, and then beyond. It contains spoilers for Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, though, all the way through Avengers Endgame. So if you don't want spoilers, maybe don't watch it. If you do want to watch it, we have it right here on our channel. During its 2023 run, the show utilized a standby queue, a virtual queue, and an upcharge premium viewing experience that included first choice at seating, a lanyard, a themed popcorn bucket, popcorn that we didn't really like, and air conditioning all along the way. You can, of course, watch it again, as I said, right here on our channel, and you can check out our review of the show as well. While on a recent visit to Disneyland Paris, we spotted, by we I think I mean Tom, because Tom is at Disneyland Paris right now, a piece of merchandise that took us by surprise. Highly detailed doll replicas of Mickey and Minnie as their meet and greet character selves, dressed in their platinum Disney 100 outfits. For many years, Tokyo Disney Resort has sold their own toy replicas of Disney Parks meet and greet characters in their iconic costumes. Seems now that Disney themselves has taken a cue from Oriental Land Company, and they're catching up with figures of their own. Arriving first at Disneyland Paris, this set features Mickey and Minnie in their platinum Disney 100 outfits, styled just as the meet and greet characters are in the Disney parks. Minnie looks like she's about 6'4", ready for a basketball game. Maybe she's going to dunk on Mickey here. My goodness. But either way, these are very collectible. There's no way to get these at the domestic Disney parks just yet, but we'll be holding out hope that they'll eventually make their way to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. If you do go to Disneyland Paris, the set sells for €229. Many guests visit the Disney parks around the world for different reasons. There's something for everyone, really, be it entertainment, attractions, or trees. Well, at least that's the case now at Disneyland Paris, which is now listing the trees in the park as attractions on the resort's official app. Various trees in the Disneyland Park are listed as attractions there on the app, including the distinctive square trees next to Sleeping Beauty Castle. I guess another excuse to say Le Chateau de la Belle au Bois Dormant. One day I'll sound fancy doing it. I still just sound like a dumb American doing it, but I'm going to keep trying. Upon clicking on the tree's attraction icon, guests can learn more about its history and various factoids related to it. All of the trees have Earth Month Botanical Walk listed as their interest. It appears that these attractions were added to the app back in March of this year to celebrate Earth Month in April. The full list of trees available in the app includes Niwaki Cloud Tree, Bamboo Groove, Ginkgo biloba, the tree of 40 crowns, Honey Locust, Jurassic Tree, Wollemi Pine, Rice Paper Plant, Sorcerer's Tree, Square Trees, and the Weeping Cedar. I guess if they can list the Beauty and the Beast sing-along at Epcot as an attraction, I'm all for this one. Some of these trees look pretty cool. On the Disney Magic and Disney Wonder, Palo is sometimes now serving as few as just 6 guests a night because Disney Cruise Line is underbooking the restaurant. For some reason, we don't know. Palo is an adult-exclusive dining venue on the Magic, Wonder, Dream, and Fantasy. This is the description on the Disney Cruise Line website. Savor classic Northern Italian cooking with a modern twist at this chic, adult-exclusive restaurant. It's a feast for the senses. The Disney Dream and Fantasy also have the adult-exclusive French restaurant Remy, while the Wish has Enchanté. They also have Palo Steakhouse, which is different from Palo, I guess. It's the Wish's version of the original signature restaurant. A guest can book their brunch or dinner via the Disney Cruise Line website or app before they're sailing as an exclusive, limited experience. It frequently sells out months ahead of time. However, it turns out right now this doesn't seem to be the case, despite the Disney Cruise Line website and app frequently stating that Palo has no availability. The restaurant is rarely full, often appearing to be empty. Guests can get a table easily if they speak to the cast members there, any cast member on their voyage that can book these experiences. Cast members even told us that guests can basically go as much as they want, as often as they want, because so few tables are being booked. And most guests don't even know that there is availability. We're told Palo has tried to tell the website and the app team about the problem, but so far nothing has changed. We did confirm this is an issue on the Magic and Wonder. It's likely also a problem with signature dining experiences on the other ships as well. With the issue known, one must wonder why Disney Cruise Line is seemingly fine with the current situation, leaving cast members very few tables a night to serve. Is Disney Cruise Line trying to get maybe a reason to get rid of Palo, or Probably more likely simply another case of Disney's IT teams either refusing to or not being able to solve a problem within their app or website. Sadly, we don't know. We certainly hope the issue gets rectified soon. Hopefully, if you have a cruise coming up, it'll be fixed by then. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those that didn't make it onto today's show, be sure to check WDWNT.com and, of course, follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.